Hey everybody, it's Tim again, and as you know, if you visit this channel, and hopefully often, I love to review Universal Monsters action figures, in particular from NECA. They're the absolute best when it comes to creating this sort of stuff. They also have an incredible handle on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line. Now, I'm not a big TMNT collector myself. My nephew does all that, and he does enough for both of us, so I really don't. I tell you what, though, their Universal Monsters crossover figures have piqued my interest, though, and I've almost picked up the Frankenstein one. Haven't done that yet. But when it comes to the creature from the Black Lagoon, when it comes to Leonardo as the creature from the Black Lagoon, ultimate action figure from NECA, I'm all in. So first of all, thank you to NECA for providing this figure to me to review for you. Let's take a look at the inside of the box to start with. And again, I apologize for all the glare, but I'm going to unbox this so you're going to get the full thing. When I saw the prototype for this thing, I believe it was at Toy Fair or San Diego Comic-Con, wherever it was, it's like, oh my God, this is really amazing. And, you know, obviously I'm familiar enough with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Leonardo and the gang to say, hey, you know what? I definitely want this when it comes out. So here's an inside picture and the inside flap. Of course, you know, what's great about these guys is they never went with the closed box approach like other toy companies. You always have this in case you want to keep it in the box and display it that way. So as you can see, we got the one portrait, but really that's all you need. You have extra sets of hands, though, as well as this thing sort of mimics the archaeological find at the beginning of Creature from the Black Lagoon, that fossilized hand or paw or whatever you want to call it. But of course, we have to have a turtle as well as this spear pole with a fish included. So on the side of the box, we have other releases from the line. Looks like there's one coming up of the Wolfman that I guess I wasn't aware of. You have Casey as the Phantom of the Opera, and then you have a couple of the turtles, you know, either as the Mummy. And I'm not even, I can't recall which one this one is exactly. Oh, the Invisible Man, duh. Of course, what am I thinking? Anyway, we're gonna go to the back of the box. And I mean, again, I can understand why people collect these things and want to display the boxes, because the box art from NECA is spectacular stuff, okay? And then, of course, they got that old-fashioned movie title treatment, you know, to describe the film. In this case, obviously, they're describing the figure, so that's really cool. And then on the other side of the box, we have, of course, just Leonardo here and the title treatment. And again, prominently that Universal Monsters logo. Of course, this is obviously licensed by Universal Monsters, and then of course also licensed by Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So there's a look at the boxed version of it. But of course, if you come to this channel, I unbox everything. I'm an opener. I'm proud to open it. As you can see in the background, I have the black and white version, of the Creature from the Black Lagoon there, the color version, and the glow-in-the-dark version. All of these from NECA, and I am happy to add this Creature from the Black Lagoon, Leonardo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, to the collection. Okay, I'm back with the Leonardo as the Creature from the Black Lagoon, ultimate action figure from NECA. And again, this is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover with Universal Monsters. And I'd like to thank NECA again for providing this sample for me to review for you. I've seen this at brick and mortar already, at Target stores, I believe I've seen it, as well as Target online. But you know what? I'm sure there are other online outlets that you can get this figure. So just be patient. It's going to get out there. And believe me, when you get this figure, I can tell you already, looking at this, it is well worth the wait. Think of all the extra stuff that you're adding on to a Creature from the Black Lagoon figure. Obviously, they're shrinking it, you know, making it more compact, more in scale with a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figure. But then you're putting on the mask, you got the netting here, you got hooks in it, you got the knee pads. Obviously, here is the famed claw look, as you can see probably in the background with the creature figures that I have here. I mean, that's a famous pose. And so obviously you can do that here. Articulation, again, is top notch here. You got the neck here, obviously the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists here. And I'll take this off for a second. Obviously the knees as well. And obviously on the back of these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures is a giant shell. And I'm going to get to that once I get this back on. There we go. Once I get that back on the turntable, I'm going to give you a 360 look at it. Yeah, it's great. It's got the coloring, the color version coloring of the teenage, of the creature from the Black Lagoon, excuse me. But look at this shell. Look at that detailing. Look at the netting. Look at the bobber that they got on there, the hook. I mean, this is such excellent stuff. But you'll also notice here, too, it has the fins. I mean, it's basically stylized as a creature from the Black Lagoon figure. And I just can't think of a better figure to morph into a better Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figure to morph into a Universal Monsters figure than the actual creature from the Black Lagoon. Now, of course, Playmates did this 30 years ago. 1994, they came out with that. Obviously, this one is so much more detailed. Now, this retails about $37-38, I think, where I have seen it. Obviously, there's going to be online retailers are going to want to charge you more. But, you know, you got to get the best for your dollar. There are certain outlets that will give you free shipping. Say, for example, if you order this on Target, you know, you're going to get free shipping with that. So either way, it is just what an amazing looking figure. This might be one, starting off with 2004, this might be one of my favorite figures already for this year. This is incredible. And this is coming from a guy that's not really a big Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan. Thank God for that, because I can't imagine trying to collect everything that NECA is putting out, because they're putting out amazing figures. I can appreciate it as an action figure guy, even though I don't collect it. They are putting out some pretty amazing things. All right, let's get some a close-up here of what you're getting with this figure. Look at that detailing. You know, how many times do I have to say it? It's just the details that matter with these figures. Okay, people are, I know the last video I posted, they're saying, well, they're getting spendy. But you know what? Look what you're getting for, I mean, this stuff is, I don't care. I'm of the mind that this is truly artwork, okay? Artisans at NECA get this stuff done for us. Okay, a lot of work goes into it. $37, man, that's a good price. Okay, now let's go to the side view. Okay, again, those fins on the back. All right. I should have done a better version of the hands up here instead. Look at that. Again, these sculpts are just amazing. Okay, I've wound this around to take a look at the shell on the back. And you know what? There's so much stuff going on. When I wound this around the first time, I didn't even realize there's these fossilized fish that are embedded in the shell. How crazy is that? And of course the net. And of course the back fin of the gill man, the gill Leonardo in this particular case. You see that hook. And then of course you got the gills as well over here in the back. Yeah, this is, again, it's amazing. And you know what? I might become addicted to these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Monsters figures. They are that good. I didn't realize that so much was put into these. With the knee pad there. Just a side look. Looks like we got a couple more fossilized fish there. Yeah, that's crazy. And this is just what you get coming out of the package. Now over here, we have all of the accessories. We actually have two spears, which of course are stand-ins for their swords, for their ninja swords. You have the extra set of hands here. You have the extra set of hands here. You have this cool turtle. And then you have the fossilized two-fingered hand, I guess you could say. You got to remember the creature is half man, half amphibian. So, yeah, this is really cool stuff. Okay, I'm back, and as you can see, I have the Leonardo swords here. No longer his ninja swords, they're more like spears to catch fish, because after all, the creature from the Black Lagoon needs to eat, okay? And so, yeah, that's a really, really cool touch to have these go in its place, these spears instead. And obviously, let's give you a closer look there. How cool is that fish? Kind of has that animated look to it. There we go, finally. And of course, as you can tell, I'm using photos throughout to give you a better idea of what everything looks like. And again, let's just give you one more look at the accessories from a different vantage point. These are the 2 extra sets of hands, along with that fossilized 2-finger look. Obviously, the turtles, they have fewer digits than us humans, right? So got to go with fewer digits on the fossilized hand. So, and then lastly, we have the fossilized hand with a couple of the digits over the. I got the 3rd set of hands that I put on here. Now, the great thing again, like these fit on and come off, and you can put them in relatively easily. Not a lot of tugging and pulling. This takes a little bit more because you have to, this is soft enough plastic where you can bend it out apart enough and you can put it around the wrist. So let me show you a quicker look at that here. Just so inventive too. That's what I love about all this stuff. It's really, they really do put on their thinking caps when it comes to doing this stuff. So yeah, I definitely love this figure. And lastly, it wouldn't be right unless I brought in Leonardo's creature from the Black Lagoon, Gilman Brothers. So obviously you can see that there is a height differential, a big one, quite a bit. Now these are 7-inch scale figures. This comes in at about 6.5, whereas if you measure these creature from the Black Lagoon figures, they come in at about 8 inches, if not a wee bit taller. I've found through my other reviews that these are the largest, so far anyway, of the Universal Monsters figures from NECA. The Frankensteins are just a wee bit shorter than the other ones, but again, they're paying attention to scale. They're paying attention to the height that these monsters actually were when they were on the silver screen, released by Universal back in the day. And I'm so glad that you can get a pair of revered license like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles license, as well as the Universal Monsters license. You can convince them to merge them together and come up with awesome stuff like this, because this is really, really creative stuff, and I absolutely love it. So that's all I have for this review. My name is Tim Lammers, and I do videos about cool movie toys. Please like this channel. Please subscribe to this channel. Please ring the bell for notifications. And as you can tell, I love to review films. Yeah, I review films as well. I love to review action figures, mostly of Universal Monsters toys, but other movie and TV releases as well. Happy toy hunting, everybody.